Hey everybody, this is James Vincent Carroll. Most people in these parts know me as a full-time musician, but I want to do this new video series telling you about my lifelong love for motorcycles.
Get on the gas, make it go fast, kick a little ass, don't stop moving. Get on the gas, running high class, it's over in a flash, no time for losing. Get on the gas, make it go fast, kick a little ass, don't stop moving. Get on the gas, running high class, it's over in a flash, no time for losing.
All right, welcome to the humble ride, y'all, with JVC. This is going to be all of the elementary stages of what I'm doing in fixing up a new motorcycle that I recently picked up, which is a 2013 Harley-Davidson Electra Glide Ultra Classic. This one's already been stripped down a little bit. I got it from Blue Collar Cycles in Salisbury, but just want to show you some things that I'm going to be doing to clean it up a little bit. A lot of smaller parts can do that, and I'll try to make sure you know what parts that I'm using. Everyone be patient with me as I figure out how to do these videos. I didn't want them to be some super professional thing. I just really wanted to share my love of motorcycles with everybody who cares and anyone who wants to see another side of my life other than music. This 2013 Ultra Classic already had upgraded bags, which I'm thankful for. A few of the things I'll be doing is getting rid of these orange signal lenses, turning those red out of personal preference, putting some trim around the edges here, which extends that, makes that look a lot nicer. I will also be having chrome trim rings installed around the gauges that'll set that off. We're going to replace the stock mirrors with a more finessed mirror. The front end, I was thankful that they already had Daymaker lights, which was a great upgrade, but we're going to get rid of all of this orange and turn it to smoke lenses, as well as add the trim rings around all the lighting. We'll also be taking out this rubber bumper, which will reveal this nice little chrome trim and open up that front area. One of the larger upgrades I'll be doing is getting rid of the front forks and actually putting chrome front end there, as well as polished rotors. Customizing a motorcycle is always personal preference for different reasons that people do it. A lot of people do modifications for performance, of course, as well as for looks, such as my Softail Deluxe, which I'll also be doing an entire video on because that's my favorite bike. This motorcycle already had upgraded handlebars, which I was very happy about. Most riders, one of the first things we do is get rid of the factory grips. In this case, I'll be doing this nice black and chrome Harley-Davidson grip in replace of the factory rubber, as well as changing the brakes and the clutch levers into chrome. I will also be replacing this derby cover with a nice clean Harley-Davidson logo derby cover. This morning, I took off this road-worn fender trim, which was right here, and I have a new one coming that's nice, clean chrome. Remember that customizing a bike is always personal preference, and my personal preference is I've never liked the factory highway bars. I like the brand called Linby, which is what I put on my Softail Deluxe. It's much thicker, it's much stronger, and it looks way better on the bike. I've had several motorcycles throughout my adult life. I started out with a 2006 Softail Deluxe. There will be a lot more on that story in a totally different video. I went to a 2016 Road King that was a fantastic bike, super comfortable. Ended up selling that to a good friend, and I'll probably do a video on him. He still has that bike, and he's a great person. And then I went to a 2020 Road Glide for a little over a year. Fantastic machine, just too large of a bike for my personal preference. So I ended up going back to this 2010 Softail Deluxe, and I'll be doing a video on this bike as well. So the new bike we're working on right now, the 2013 Ultra Classic, was kind of something I just wanted to toy with, play around with, probably end up reselling, but to be able to enjoy it while I'm working on it. This will just be a walk around of the before. And as usual, Clemens Motorcycles will be doing all of my upgrade customizations. I'll also be doing a video on those guys. They have worked on my bikes for many years. Looks good as it is. Probably many people thinking that same thing, but it's going to look a whole lot better. Okay, I have already replaced a few parts that I'll be showing you, as well as some new wheels and tires are showing up today that I'm going to replace. It's going to look pretty cool. I'm excited. I found these stock Harley wheels on Facebook Marketplace, and I'm actually going to disassemble everything, remove the tires. I'm actually going to keep the tires. They still have good tread on them. But I'm going to remove everything and take these wheels to Mr. Beamer down the road in Yadkin County. And we're going to have these wheels powder coated. Probably a nice clean silver. Yesterday, I put the trim rings on the headlights. If you look back in the video, you'll see where they were more recessed and now come out a little more on the signals. And of course the front. Just makes it look bolder. I also added the new rear view mirrors, which just give it more of a sleek look than the factory ones. And like I was saying earlier, this is going to actually be a red lens on both sides, but I did put the trim rings on there as well. Starting to look good. Can't wait for the new wheels and all kinds of other new parts. This morning I'm adding the chrome trim rings to all of the fuel and indicator gauges there. I've already placed this one over there as well as that one over the speaker. That's what it looks like without it. That's what it looks like with it. And I'll have all these done in just a few moments. This is the completed project on the fairing. Very simple to do, very inexpensive, and completely sets the details of that fairing off a lot better than just the black. I have now replaced what was an orange lens with a smoke lens here, and smoke lenses in here, which looks really good with the chrome. Once again, all of this is going to be removed, so that orange will also be gone very soon. The road-worn fender skirt is now gone and replaced with a nice pretty chrome fender skirt here. I've done just about all I can do. I'm not that much of a mechanic, so I'm about to take this box of parts to Clemens Motorcycles, and then we will pick up with part 2. So much for watching episode 1. I will follow it up with a part 2 to this specific episode showing the finished bike, because I am going to take the bike over to Clemens Motorcycles for all of the other parts that I'm going to have installed. I appreciate you being patient with me as I try to figure out how to do these videos to share a little bit of my life with you. Take care and ride safe.